Hi guys, I'm here at YCS London 2019 with Jonas Koschel, world's competitor and one of the most consistent players of all time. So what did you do this weekend?
I played Orcust and I finished first of the Swiss, but unfortunately lost in top 32 in time. So in the whole tournament I won 10 rounds and then I drew 1 round. So but even then I was first after Swiss because I beat the only one undefeated. First off, shoutouts obviously for the team, for my sponsor Olli and for everyone here with me, for Typhoon and Johannes for filming, for Lucas, Henry, for Marvin, because they traveled with me, and like everyone else at the YCS. So, as always. So I played pure Orcust this weekend because I felt like I wanted to play something cool and didn't want to play Thunder Dragon again. And this deck can run hand traps, and let's get started. So I'm playing 3 Phantasme and 3 Ash. Phantasme is good because any deck in the format link summons at some point, except for like Guru, but that's it. It's usually good against almost anything, and it's a big body. For some decks it's really hard to get rid of, and so it fixes your hand as well and improves consistency, and it's a dark which came up once. Then Ash is really good, just in general a good card. And a really solid hand trap, and the last hand trap is 3 impermanence, because negating things can be really good against like Orcust, or negating a Titan, negating the Shizuku or a Kagari, or like there's so many good things you can hit with this, and it dodges Caught by the Grave, and like you can still use it when they use Other Thought on you and you can't use monster effects. And I think I negated something in the same column a couple of times. So one of the best cards on these, obviously. So just the hand traps and Phantasme. And then for the starters I played Armageddon Knight and Grapher, the 2 warriors, to get your engine going. They're really good. They can send everything, and they're playing around. There can only be one, the other hand traps, the other normal summons are 2 of this and 3 Mathematician. And I don't know, I expected a lot of back row decks, so that's why I played 3 of these, because when you get hand trapped, this actually draws you a card, which came up like 4 times, so that's not too bad. I rather pass on this than passing on that one. And when you normal summon this and send Harp and use Harp's effect, and they chain, there can only be 1. You cannot summon a machine because this is a machine itself, and that's why I'm playing 3 of these and only 2 of these, and the warriors are playing around. There can only be 1 pretty well as well, and discarding something as cost can be useful as well. I think against Altergeist I summoned this by discarding a dead Phantasm, so that was cool. These are the starter normal summons, and then Orcust monsters, 3 Harp, 3 Nightmare, the good ones. You wanna see these?
They get you going.
Because even if they hand trap the normal summon and you draw 1 of these, you can sometimes get going. The gold ones, 3 of both. And I didn't play Brass Bombard. I only played 2 Skeleton and 1 Wand. I felt like Brass Bombard wasn't doing enough for me because it felt so bad. So I just played 2 of these and 1 of this. 2 because I'm playing Gizmek, this. And when I played it in the 3v3 on Friday, I used this and banished both good targets a lot. So I just put in the second skeleton, so it worked out for me. Second skeleton was pretty good. Wand is needed. and the gears make it really insane. You have to play it in Orcust. Yeah. And then the only extenders I'm playing, I don't like Instant Fusion because I don't know. With this deck, you need to get into Harp or Nightmare. So, and Instant Fusion doesn't help when you don't have a play. So that's why I played Dangers, and I only played 4. 2 Nessie because they search the other ones. I don't want to draw too many, but I want to draw like maybe 1 or 2. When you can pitch them off Dark Grapher or other discard cards, and the Nightmares like Phoenix and Unicorn when going second. And they play around, they can only be 1 as well. So that's why I played these. They, I think in top 32, game 1, I was able to OTK because I could just put so many monsters on board with these to make Borrow Sword and attack for game. Yeah, at least in game 1. That's it for the monsters. The spells, 1 bubble, you only need 1, and 3 return. I'm playing 3 because I want to draw this. If you draw this with Nightmare or Harp, you got your engine going, so it's really, really good. Because it first draws you 2 new cards, and they have to stop the grave effects, and that's only possible by Ash. Yeah. So it's really annoying if you start with this and Harp, because they have to think about ashing this or Harp. And then that's it for the Orcust spells. And I'm playing 3 called Belgrave. The deck got a lot weaker, so I'm playing these because hand traps still hurt a lot, especially like after siding Lancia or just Ash. And in general, this is a pretty good card against so many different decks. Against Thunder Dragon in the mirror match, you can just hit something from Grave and negate it. Against Ray, yeah, there's so many good options for this card. And then a bunch of one-offs. Reborn was really good because it works well with any Orcust. You can summon something from your opponent as well. And one time I summoned a Lancia from my opponent, and he couldn't play for another turn, and then I could kill him in the turn after. And it works well with this and this, because they trigger when they are special summoned as well. So yeah. And you can reborn like just big booties and the like Borrow Sword or Dingirsu or just anything. And then Foolish gets your engine going. This searches Grapher or Armageddonite gets your engine going as well. And the last card, Crescendo. I was playing 41 because last minute I chose to play 2 Scrap Recycler instead of just 1. It felt awkward, so yeah, I played 41. It was okay. Yeah. And then the extra deck. 3 Galatea, 1 Langirsu, 2 Dingirsu. You need all of them. Yeah. I even thought about playing 3 of this, but in the end 2 was fine. Since I'm not playing Instant Fusion and no Super Poly in the side deck, I had a lot of space for weird stuff. So yeah, and then I'm playing this because when they hand trip your normal summon and you got a danger or any special summon, you can get to this and discard an Orcust monster to get going, like Harp or Nightmare, and this helped me a lot playing against hand traps. Yeah, so. Then Link to Phoenix and IP. This is a new card, and to be honest, I never played with it before. It was pretty good because you can just most of the time I would summon a Unicorn to shuffle something back, which is really good. And these are mandatory, in my opinion. Help a lot going second and work really well with dangers. So yeah.
What's your usual end board?
Usually I would just, depending on the hand obviously, but I would just end on this with Bubble and 2 Orcust effects and Grave. So you can, in their turn you can summon Nigirsu, send something, and summon of Harp, and then you can either make a link 3 like this, or like a link 4 as well. And it can't be destroyed by card effects, and you can trigger the effects on someone. Then I'm playing the topologic monsters, Trisbana, Bomber Dragon, and Zerberus. I think I made this a lot against Sky Striker, because you can get rid of, there can only be one, and just link climb from Phoenix to this, and then banish everything. And this is good in a mirror match as well, and you can deal damage with it, so that's not bad as well. And this is like the grand magic of the deck, because it gains 200 for every banished card, and it banishes everything on the field when something is summoned into the zone. So I usually summon of this, I would summon this, or Unicorn, and this won me a game against Salamangreat because he couldn't out it, and I triggered it twice to banish the whole field, and it had like 6,000. And then the last 2 Link 4s, one Borrow Sword, just to deal damage. You can OTK in your opponent's Galatea because it can't be destroyed when something is pointing to it. So you only need this and a monster with like 2,900. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, with this and with Gizmek or something, you can even attack for game if they have a full board and have a Galatea in attack. And then this Appaloosa, it was just, if I have many dangers and like a Gizmek and a normal summon, I can go into this and stop Nibiru, stop Lancia, stop hand traps in general. It was pretty good so far, and you can negate every Orcust effect in the grave, which usually wins you the mirror match. So yeah, that's it for the extra deck. And then the side deck, 3 Nibiru for Salamangreat, for Pendulum decks, for like, yeah, all kind of stuff that summons a lot of monsters. I didn't even put it in a mirror match, but because most people go for Barbel right now, and just having Barbel with an effect engrave is already annoying. And even if you don't actively play around Nibiru, your standard opening kind of plays around Nibiru. So yeah. Then Lancia, it's the MVP in the mirror match. If you drop this and it resolves, they usually can't do anything. Then 2 Mind Control against everything going second. It was decent. And then for back row decks, 3 Twin and 3 Red Reboot.
Did you face many?
I faced some back row decks, yeah. I faced like Sky Striker, Altergeist, and I played against the Orcust variant with like Crackdown and a bunch of traps and Strike. So I thought about putting these in against Strike as well, because they tend to play a lot of real traps. And then you use this and either summon this one banishing the whole field, or this one banishing all spell and traps. Yeah. But in the end I didn't draw any of these, and it was enough for Altergeist and Sky Striker, so yeah. And the last card, 1 Imperial Order, just for going first and for Sky Striker. That's it for the deck.
Any last words?
No, that's it.
Already said his shoutouts. Okay. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and see you next time.